Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and today I've got a item from a very common bag that you can find in Walt Disney World. Okay, maybe Disney Parks, but I think it's Walt Disney World because it's got the Disney World Castle. Okay, and what is it? Well, let's just say that it is an item that is not new. It came out a few years ago, or I guess a year or close to 2 years ago, when The Rise of Skywalker came out. And you can find it in Disney parks and occasionally at Disney stores as well. And it is one of these little figurine sets. It is this one. This is a figurine set, and it is essentially all of the villains, the First Order Deluxe figurine set. Now, they make these sets, Disney makes these sets for pretty much every type of characters, Disney princesses, any new movie that comes out, Disney Pixar, okay, and that includes Marvel and any other kind of franchise IP that they use. But I picked this one up because of something that I realized, that this is the only thing that you can find that has, if you look around, all of the Knights of Ren. And that's pretty cool. I was kind of like, well, that makes sense. I mean, you know, the Knights of Ren were a pretty big part of The Rise of Skywalker, and they kind of made an appearance briefly in Force Awakens, but this is really the only toy. Now, I do want to point out that this box is not in the best of shape. That was not Disney's fault. That was my fault. I had this sitting in the car in Florida for about 3 weeks in the summer, which thankfully it looks as though, I mean, it was not like in any direct sunlight or anything. It's just that I think that the heat got pretty intense 1 or 2 days and kind of buckled the soft plastic on the outside. However, the figures appear to be in good order. So let's get this thing unboxed. Okay, so not much to it. It just kind of comes out of this. And let me just kind of remove it here. Yeah, the advantage when we go down to Florida in the summer is that we'll often take our car with us. And I'm going to be careful here, just make sure. All right, so I'm going to take them out one at a time. I'll start with just the Knights of Ren. Now, funny thing about the Knights of Ren is that you can definitely see how Kylo Ren was kind of modeling himself after these. They all look like kind of like it was as if each of the knights almost looks as though they are concept art for Kylo Ren. So I don't believe these guys have names. I'm sure they do in some expanded universe somewhere. But all right, let me just work on. I'd like to get the knights out first, but it seems like I'm gonna have. Let me just. We have Kylo Ren here. All right, you can tell obviously he's a little bit more epic. He's got his cape. He's got, of course, the cross-tour lightsaber. All right, so that's cool as well. We'll put him over here, and we got, of course. Oh, another knight. I thought it was Hux for a minute there. It looked like from the back, it looked like maybe General Hux with his like overcoat, but nope, it's another knight. And you can see that these are very cool looking. They all brandish rifle type weapons usually, or swords of some sort. None of them do lightsabers. So let me just get. We got our flying Stormtrooper. They fly now. Yeah, these things don't look as though they've been damaged in any way, so that's good. Sometimes it's easier to pop them out from the bottom. Got another one. The kind of almost like a sickle there. Again, from a distance, you'd never know, right? They all kind of look like Kylo Ren. So, pretty cool. So yeah, this is the only way you can actually get all 6 of the Knights of Ren. At the moment. I think they made, I know Black Series. Okay, some of these are a little harder than Sith Trooper. I love the Sith Troopers. I'm hoping that the Sith Troopers have their own adventures, like, you know, in Exegol, or I can't imagine that they weren't just sitting around waiting to be called upon. And of course we have our, oh, this looks like, I think this is actually one of the troopers, you can tell by the legs, that operates the bike, the speeder bike thing that you saw on Pisana, because his legs are definitely a little bit different. So that's cool. Yeah, they actually had two sets of these. They had a kind of a good guy set. Let me get the rest of these out. They had a good guy set and a not so good guy set. So you know, all the heroes are located in that set. And I have already gotten one of those. I did one of those for The Force Awakens. I did not get the Last Jedi one, not for any particular reason. It's just I will say that my collecting habits are slowly changing, in which I'm not usually getting as much of the subtle nuancy stuff from Disney, but I picked these up for the Knights of Ren. I wanted to have a collection of Knights of Ren figures in case they never came out with them. But here's the next one. I'm gonna just back these guys up here. There's the next one with it has a real medieval meets steampunk quality. And this guy, I do not want to run into this guy in a back alley, that's for sure. Okay, so there are your Knights of Ren. Okay, we look like we have one knight that might have been warped a little bit because of the heat. But the good thing is that they generally have a pretty pliable legs. All right, and you can pretty much just bend them where you need them to go. They're not fully posable figures in any kind, but they're pretty cool. So I'm really excited with these. I think it's just nice to have one set, and they're not too big. You know, they're like 2-inch, 2.25-inch figures. So they're not obviously they won't fit in line with the regular 3 3/4-inch action figures, but they are a nice set of the 6. I mean, these guys are nice too. You know, to me they're a bonus. I really just purchased it for these 6 guys because, again, the only Knights of Ren where you can get the full collection. And maybe that'll change. We will see. Perhaps we will see that come into play a little later on with the with the vintage collection. We will see what happens. So that'll do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Remember, you can if you want to hear me talk more Star Wars, the War of the Stars podcast, you can look for that wherever podcasts are released. I'm a co-host on that now, but also check out, if you want to support the show, check out my Darth Tuba page on my storefront on TeePublic. Link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.